Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus and we are here in our beautiful factory on a nice summer day. I don't know if it's summer, doesn't matter. What you might be noticing is the fact that I have moved the entire city just one tile over, because of course we have moved the whole factory one tile over because nothing else would make sense. The reason why I've done that, I've just moved it a little bit closer, and then I've moved the wastewater from the side here over on this end. So now we have a very nice place with wastewater production, a waste collection, we have a transformer station, we have biomass and recyclables, and then we have in the middle a little hospital. So in this episode, let's first look at what it means. It means that I actually have a little bit of room. Now I can actually make 5 of these assemblers on a row. And that's going to be super handy. Also have a little bit more room to move things around on the side, which is sorely needed as we move around. Then we have our pure glorious nuclear power plant from last time, and we can continue over, and we now have a nice platform. We'll be using that later on. And we get over here to our little Fort Knox full of gold bars that, you know, maybe they should be put inside the box, not outside the box. It's our Scrooge McDuck money storage tank here. Right, so back here. Now, what are we going to do in this episode? Well, let's get out of this view and in here. So, health is going to be the topic. We have 2 things we want to do in terms of health. We want to improve the healthcare to the highest level of healthcare. We want to also get air pollution and landfill pollution taken completely care of, or as much as we possibly can. So that will be our objective. First, we're going to be dealing with the pollution in this episode, and then maybe next one we'll be dealing with the medicine and just upgrading that. This one is waste. I have now disallowed them from picking up anything. That means we will over time we'll see the landfill. It was at 8, so it'll gradually go down because the landfill will sort of just last a little time before it just becomes normal dirt. Well, it doesn't become dirt, but it stopped making pollution after, I don't know, some years, 10 years or so, something. So we're gonna leave this here for now, but we need to work on this one later on as well. So at this point, we have a build here. Oh, there's something I'm actually missing. Oh, that's going to be complicated. That's going to be complicated because I have noticed that there is a little bit of a problem here. So I would like to get this one. I can't unfortunately do that, but I can do this part. However, I don't want anything to be built here. I only want something specific to be put here. So if I'm just going this one, and then saying you are going to be taking care of this area, but you're not allowed to drop anything. You're only allowed to drop dirt. The question is then, how do we get anyone to actually drop dirt here? I don't know. But let's talk about what the objective is. Well, our air pollution comes primarily from these scrubbers here. Or not scrubbers, from the air pollution. We're just venting it. 60 becomes 30 air pollution. That adds up to a lot of air pollution. If we go over here and look at the pollution overlay, then we can see, yeah, that's the air pollution. The waste, the water pollution. Oh, we don't have any landfill. Okay, interesting. But air pollution is the big one. So air pollution is now up here, 500. Okay, and generally, if we have 500 air pollution, and if we look at it as this will be like half of it is air pollution. So it means we're going to be having around 1,000. I'm going to design this to be able to take 900 in, 2 full Mark III belts coming inbound, and then that will be scrubbed with the exhaust scrubber, which I really want to place down here. But I don't really know how we're going to do it. So let's just get something. So this one can take 180. So if we take 3 of these, and they have 2 outbounds, so there, that's 3. Well done. That is indeed 3. And there. So that's 6. This is as much as we can handle here. Let's see if we can get it a little bit closer here. Maybe we can get it as close as possible without even needing this to be done. Right, so this needs some water inbound, but it also puts steam outbound. We're not going to use the steam because it's just low steam. So we're going to be taking the steam and recovering that in large towers over here. We're going to need 2 of those large towers. Let's get those here and here. That is, yeah, it's actually 1.5 of these, but these ones have, if we look at the low steam, they actually recover a good 75% of the water. So that means we are recycling water quite efficiently here. We could also put it into a low steam turbine, but then I'd sort of have to guarantee that it's always working, and that's just weird. So we do this because this is not about power. This is about recovering this part here. Then we are going to say this is 180, but what if we are just going to say, let's see, let's get you from like that. I can have 450 in one of these. So this is probably fine, and we'll just press the F key so we don't have that problem. There. So that's done. That means this is coming in here. Then we're going to take this into probably into a splitter, and then we'll get this from somewhere in here. That'll be good. There. So they'll come in here. And then obviously we also need to, if the push comes to shove and this stops, then we're going to get a big smokestack on this side, and also a big smokestack on that side. I know it's kind of silly, but hey, that's, I don't really like that actually, because I'm going to need that space for something else. So let's get 2 of these smokestacks out here. Yeah, it's pretty absurd. We're going to build this for a big scale. So there we go. And that will make sure that these are the priority going in here with our waste. Now we're going to need some water coming in. So that's also going to be pretty quick coming in. And I'm going to be making another here. So this will just go up to level 1. Press the R key and go in here. And we just hook this one up here as well. And so we have the water loop completed, and maybe we need to move it a few times, but that's at least start of the water loop. Then we're going to take a look at our sulfur coming out. We don't need a lot of sulfur, but it needs to go out here. Maybe it even only needs to go to this one, because then we'll have a box of goodies here. Yes. So you can also see that we have carbon dioxide as well coming out. And then we're going to get all of this just casually going in here. Yes, that's underneath. Here, that one. And we have to make sure that there's room for the carbon dioxide to get out as well. Yeah, and then obviously this belt needs to be faster. I think 6, no, this is only 36, so it doesn't even need to be faster. So this one, we're now going to get sulfur in. Sulfur can go 2 places. It can go into a small box. See, now we have issues with this, how far it's actually out. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. You just didn't care that I said only dirt, but you just didn't care. You just put in something else instead. That's lovely. It's because of this one, right? There. Because this one was overlapping, so whenever it picked up a little bit of stone somewhere, maybe over here, or trash, then it just put it in here. Damn. Too bad. Right, anyway, I can still do this. So that will come in here. So that means we are going to get sulfur into a box. This sulfur has to be emptied. So this is super important that well, actually it doesn't have to be emptied, because we are going to do some other things, because sulfur will be generating too much sulfur, and I can't have this one stall. So what could I do instead? I could get another inbound and another outbound. So this would be limestone inbound. Ooh, limestone inbound, you say? Why would you want to do that? Well, because if we have this one. Whew. Here, that can go in, and that can go in, and this will now go 60 sulfur, and limestone gives us 30 slag. So it's basically like get free slag, I guess. That's pretty neat. So let's get this one to be the slag outbound. Slag is super nice because we are going to need it. Don't want it if it's empty, if it's full. Want if you're empty. One if you, this doesn't want anything, it just needs to fill up here. There we go. Oops. And I'm even going to be pushing it out to that one first. High supply of waste. That's a little bit of a problem. Well, I hope we can be doing this fast enough. Right, so this will now be going... there. Cool. And the final thing is now all of the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is going to go into a new recipe we have in the chemical plant 2. Here we go. Scroll, 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 scroll. It gets us some graphite. We're going to need graphite later on, but hey, we got it now. And this is just going to be free graphite for everyone. So we're going to be consolidating our... Here, this will also be a fast belt because you never really know. And it's going to be, I guess I'll just take it out here and get you somewhere like this. That one and that one. And then everything else here will be, yeah, you go to level 1. Cool. Connect this, and connect. There. So that means we now have all of this going in here. And what is the output? Well, it's very simple. It's graphite output. Graphite is just going into a little box here. Very small box. 2 small boxes, of course. Graphite and empty and notify full. And then we need a belt outbound, which will be definitely not an expensive one. This is going to be really low quantity. There. So that is basically the build as it is now. Well, I think we, instead of getting this one built right now, I think we need to go over here and panic a little bit. Yeah, there's something we need to do here. Okay, first I need to figure out what these errors are and see what we can do about it. All right, we are going to have to build things a little bit in pause mode, and because things are a little bit problematic here. There we go. And let's get that one out, and you're gonna go out here. So first thing first is we're already destroying some very, very important thing, and that is here. We now took out the sludge. Why do we take out sludge? Because I'm actually producing here. Oh, you could do filter medium. Why are we not doing filter medium inbound? Huh, that would be much better. But anyway, we're definitely going to generate. Damn, you need. What? That makes no sense not using filter medium. Let's get you over here and then do filter medium instead, because we have that. Let's get that one in here and high priority. And then you're going to go out, take that out. There we go. And just a little bit, and then take that out. Good. And I'm also going to take you out. Good stuff. And you're going to go in instead. And then I will be tagging there. So now they'll recover much more water, and also get much more sludge. And that's the whole crux of the matter here. It's the sludge, because the sludge is being transported, and it's actually transport quite a lot of it. So this can take 18, and we're going to be generating 26. So it's going to be quite a lot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be enough to consume all of it, and that will just only take sludge. And by the way, don't do this. There. Now what will that mean? That will mean instead of us transporting 18 outbound, then we transport 1.5 outbound. Well, that's much more advantageous. Then we are going to, because this actually has a purpose, that one, and I'll just get a box for the other stuff over here. So this will be just a modest, mediocre outbound here. There we go. And on the other side, it's going to be 7.5 times 4. That's kind of a lot of fuel gas we're getting here, which is really nice that we get that. It also has the advantage that it actually cuts down on, let's see here. It also cuts down on the amount of transport needed, and it gets us, yeah, all the sludge out here. So that's pretty damn good. Here, this will be empty, but not all of it, because I have a plan. This will be compost, and you just empty, and you're going to be worrying if that's full. I will be getting you over to this location. Let me, there, get it, and then go down here. Oh, that's actually entirely the wrong type of belt. It needs to be definitely higher level belt. There we go. Well done. Right, so that takes care of this part. I'm gonna need to fire this up immediately. Done. That make sure this works. Here, I am going to definitely not get a fast belt. This is just gonna be a slow belt, and you'll go over to this location and get in. Also, fire you up. Right, so now we have a few things. We need to get this one out of the way quickly. We also have this one, fuel gas. There's something I have forgotten forever. This magnificent beast of a thing. That is a statue of maintenance. That statue of maintenance is just using 2 fuel gas per minute. And that is nothing, right? and as a reward for this, we get a 4% reduction in maintenance. That is ungodly. That is absolutely ridiculously good. So this is definitely something that has to happen, but that's not what we want to do about our waste. So let's have a look at waste, what we can do about it. Waste here, we can compact it. We can then also put it into an incineration plant. Let's do it. There. We're going to put this incineration plant in here. Let's see. Since we have fuel from the side, I think that makes sense to do this side, because you will definitely be a better belt. You're just going to be smashing this in really, really quickly. So we're going to do this one. It comes in 144. We're definitely going to boost it from immediately. It'll need water. It gets exhaust out. Exhaust at this point, 72 exhaust. That's a lot. Oof. Yeah, well, that's the whole point, is we need to fix exhaust. But until we fix exhaust, it just has to be thrown into waste. There, that has to go in here. So that's just waste. Now that thing here could be recovered. That is 18. So let's just recover a little bit of this water. Okay, so that means we are going to need a water cycle thing here somehow. I know that I have water coming up here, so we can steal this water for sure. Should not be a problem, because we're going to have a lot of it, and we're just going to have even more now. So we have water coming in. Ew, that looks awful. There you go, that looks slightly less awful. And then we have water coming in, and we're going to get just a small cooling tower. Yeah. That can handle 24. Which is unfortunately a little more than what we're creating when it's running at full tilt. There, but I don't really want to set up a bigger one in here. That does seem a little bit weird. Alright, so now the last thing is getting this in here. So what we have now is an incineration plant taking 144 plus little fuel gas plus some water. The water can be recovered. Half the water can be recovered. So this is using 9 per cycle, and then it comes out with 72 exhaust, but that should eat through our waste production here. So let's build the whole damn thing and then see how that works. Woo! High supply of waste. And I'm gonna even start firing this one up immediately. And let's see, is it getting water inbound? It's not getting water inbound. Why not? There we go. There's some water here. Yes. Water comes in? Yeah. Nope. No water comes in. Which one's priority? This one's priority. The recycling. Okay, we got water. We don't have fuel gas though. Because that's going to rely on this getting a little bit of fuel gas out here. So it takes a little bit of time for us to get, well, we get the first thing. Okay, 2 of them are working. That's good. That's a good start. These will obviously be working earlier. And let's see, once this one's done. Oh, we don't have enough workers. Man, I'm going to buy some workers out here. There and there. Do we have... There. We're going to be disabling this a little bit because we're going to need more workers as well. Alright, let's see if this works. We are getting the filter inbound. So we just let it run for a little bit, let it stabilize. Unfortunately, the wastewater did actually accumulate quite dangerously. And that was because we just had to wait for the filter water to come in. It really, or the filter medium had to have come in. It is really just, it must work all the time. And it's an absolute spaghetti mess, but hey, the flame is burning and everyone's happy here. I'm working on these double time. When the whole thing is said and done, then if we look at, let's just look at wastes here. Then we're producing, settlement is producing, mining is not producing anything, it shouldn't be. But we are, oh right, that's when we dig up something. And then we dump it again. Here, we're producing 117 and we can consume 144 in this one when it's not overcharged. So that's fine. We're just overcharging it now, boosting it so that we can burn this down and so it doesn't have problems. Over here, we are producing quite a decent amount. That's actually 1530 fuel gas per minute. That's pretty good. And 2 is used here and, well, 12 is used here. So 14 is used. So we have a net of 16 fuel gas, which, lovely. It's just going to go in there and fuel our power. That was one thing. The disadvantage, the good thing is now we don't have landfill at all. This will just slowly decrease, but we also have air pollution is now massively increased. So that's going back to this one, and that's let's just position it a little bit better than this, where we think it might make a little more sense to do. I want to have it 3 away, so this is actually where I want it. And let's get it a little bit into this corner. Let's get it like this and remove this part here. So it shouldn't be falling down, and we are now ready to fire this up. As we fire this up, we can now start on the long and arduous journey of hooking up all of these pipes here. So the way I'm going to do it is a little bit risky. I will be... we don't have any people. Oh no. Yeah, let's get more people in here. Whoops, maybe not growth pause. And let's also see if we can get some more people out here. That was not a lot. And over here, there's not a lot either. And we're now at 49. What about you? Can you be... No, you're already there. Okay, well, I'm going to be figuring out... wait, let me just explain a little bit of what I wanted to do here. We don't think we need all of this right now. So let's just take half of it out for now. And then we'll get those workers back online. Right, so I want to have these 2 lines. I'll have one on this side of the driving lane and one for the other side. The top side will take from the copper, it'll take from the cement, it'll take from the glass. The bottom one will take from the steel and whatever else is available that is using it. There's maybe something over here as well. Then on top of that, there's actually an interesting thing as well. For example, here, we are now producing carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide cannot go in, it's only the exhaust, but carbon dioxide is still adding pollution. So what we can also do in little cases like this is that we can actually go in and take a chemical plant too. And let's build it like this and get there. So you're going to be take 144 into 6, and I'm just going to flip you. There we go. And I will just be making... I don't know how much are we actually making. 18. Okay, so just get a little pipe out here going in like that, and from this one I can then get a box like that, and maybe I should have taken this a little bit further out like that, and then we can get from... Oh, that's so close. That is so close. Can you go in there? Sucks. But I'm gonna get that warning. Never mind. The idea is good enough. The idea is that I can bring things in on the side, and I'll just bring it a little bit back. Here. That connects, and here. And then this will be graphite. Graphite is currently not used for anything, but for arc furnace we are definitely going to use it. So I'm just going to be forcing it out. And then all I need to do is take these out, which obviously means that they're not going to be working. And we can just fire all of this and then get some cheap pipes in here. Inbound, 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 inbound. and kill that, and there. So what we're doing now is we're taking out this pollution, and this pollution will now be converted into graphite instead. Graphite can, if we just look at graphite, because that's kind of interesting, graphite can replace here with arc furnace 2, can be replaced, replace the coal we're using. For example, if we look at in an arc furnace. So if you look at an arc furnace here, let's just get an arc furnace. Oh, we don't have enough recipes, damn. But when we get arc furnace 2, which will take an ungodly amount of power there, which means that we can then replace all of our blast furnace 2 with here. And that means, for example, crushed ore 36 to 48, that's the same. Limestone is the same. Slag outbound's the same. Oh, a little bit of steam, that's weird. Well, oh no. But that will replace this one. So then we'll replace 15 coal with 3 graphite. We definitely want that. So let's just whoosh away and hook this up. And just look at it go. Here we are. It's just a glorious build here, and it's working. And we're getting 2 lines in here. We're getting the pipes inbound here with exhaust. That's kind of full. These are actually just huffing and puffing a little bit because we can't really process it. But that's because I had to sort of, until I built it, it had to build up. So it's been a little bit of reserve. So I think that it will saturate, or it'll stabilize over time, and then we can get it in here. But it's certainly just pushing in as much as possible. We should actually be able to say anything that comes in can go out. That also means that if this belt continues, or this pipe continues to be overfilled, then it's actually some things are going to be stalling. The whole thing is sort of modeled out. For fuck's sake. That was bound to happen. Yeah, that's another little headache. We are going to have to get some MOX reactor and some fast breeder reactor up and running here, so we can get everything working. I think honestly that is because of this one, and we might want to do that so that this doesn't get stuck with anything out here. Steam, that's fine, but I want to see here. We don't want to have the exhaust stuck. There we go. So we are just collecting exhaust. We are also here collecting from the other ones. They will be generating CO2. CO2 goes into a box that will try to be emptied. Over here by the copper, we now consolidated, taking all the copper out bound here, get it on the belt or on the pipe. We have all of this also coming from our scrubber or our waste burning facility. And then let's see, we are here, we have all of our concrete, and we have all of our glass. They're also going in as well. So that's a really cool things that we have on board here, and we now sort of have a much better. Let's have a look at what it is. Oh, look at that, air pollution 8 and no pollution. So air pollution 8, I may be like, well, why can't you get all the way down to 0? Well, because these ones are generating 24 air pollution in and of themselves. So if we go here and look at pollution, then let's look at only air pollution. That was just a little bit of stall. So we produce 190. That's a little bit much. Each of these are producing 24, so that should be 144 in total. So we have a little bit more than that, somewhere around the base. And we can continue to run around and look for those things. What I have generally done is what you can see over here. I am generally replacing my coal supply with electric, which is of course like 8 megawatts plus 8 megawatts. That's also a reason why we're a little bit strained on the megawatt parts side of things here. So we're definitely having some issues that we need to take care of. But we have an exhaust scrubber factory here. It's a very nice little neat factory complex with lots of pipes and stuff. It looks amazing. I love this. So that is going to be one part of it. The next part of it will be making sure that we get medical supplies up to tier 3, and then we will never have any problems with health anymore, no matter how severe the flu will be. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are enjoying this series as we progress into the very late game. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.